Listen, Ryan Gosling got that. He has that down. He makes looking stupid and being sensitive look cool because he's also doing a lot of self-deprecating humor in here. So you guys watch movies. If you're watching this show and you've been watching what we do for a long time, that means that you keep up with movies. You probably keep up with the business. You probably know how the industry works. And if you do, then you know that being a stuntman is a very, very, very thankless job out there. Mm-hmm. Ain't that right? Yes. Yes, it is. Let me get amen on that.
Amen.
All right, then. All right, then. You back to digging in your eye and everything. You pay attention. Oh, for one, you're almost killing yourself constantly just to make somebody else look good. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, they get paid more.
Yeah.
And no one gives a about them.
Yes, no one cares about the stunt man at all. And that's exactly the thankless life that stuntman Colt Seavers is living right now. But as if it wasn't enough to be risking your life to make somebody look better and be higher paid than you, only for you to just disappear without anybody even remembering your name half the time. Mm-hmm. Oh, the stunt guy. They don't call you by your name. Stuntman. Where's Stuntman at? Stuntman. I don't ever say, where's Bobby? Where's Charles? Where's Stuntman at? Charles the Stuntman.
If his name is Charles, he's calling me Stuntman.
I think even Chuck at that point.
Chuck, Chuck the they can't even Chuck the Stuntman. No, where's Stuntman? Where's the Stuntman? But as if it wasn't enough to do this thankless job, now the producer of this big movie that's coming up is asking Colt over here to be a detective. Turns out that, she wants him to go and find the missing star from the movie, who's one of the biggest stars in the world. She wants him to find this missing actor, and you're probably asking yourself, why go to the lowly stuntman? If he's somebody that nobody can even remember exactly. Don't nobody know your ass. If you're looking for somebody and you undercover, can't nobody get more undercover than the stuntman that nobody pays attention to.
Yeah, that's true.
Pretty much the invisible man on the set, even though you blowing up things and crashing cars and all that kind of stuff. But, you pretty much disappear when you disappear. So if you can kindly go and find this missing actor, then show would appreciate it. Well, what's in it for me? That's what he has to ask. Because, you see, thing is, the reason why Colt disappeared from the industry altogether is because at one time, he had the tragic accident that no stuntman ever wants to have. That one stunt that just ruins your career. Mm-hmm. This man messed up so bad. This is how bad he messed up. He messed up so bad that he had to go. The only stunts he's doing right now is valet at a Mexican food restaurant. I mean, and he's out there with them true Mexicans. Every time he comes out there, like, hey, I know you, man. Them old Mexican man. Hey. Yeah, man, that's the only thing that he has. But she says, listen, what's in it for you? Well, for one, we'll get you back in the game. You ain't dead. You'll be all right. And how about this? If you help us out, and it's going to be dangerous, but if you help me out with this, how about this? That girl you had a thing for a long time ago, the camera girl that was on the set. Well, she's moved up from camera girl to full-time director now, doing her big first feature. And y'all, you didn't think nobody noticed. We knew y'all were doing something.
We saw y'all looking at each other.
Yeah, we saw y'all getting a little bit of the hoochie coochie over there. You know what? See, the thing is, when he broke his back, he disappeared completely because there's nothing more embarrassing for a stuntman to mess up a stunt and have to walk away. So he couldn't even face her anymore. But now this might be his chance to get her back if he can get this case right. Can he do it? Well, he's played by Ryan Gosling. He's so charming. I mean, that's only,
it's a given.
He could do he could do that. Listen,
he's hard to hate.
He didn't have to crash a car, throw himself through a window, or jump off a building for this girl. He's Ryan Gosling. But hey, you know what? Some people still believe that's not enough.
And we got to have a movie.
We got to have a movie about this man.
So we're gonna pretend like he's not super handsome and built and charming.
Yeah.
He's just a regular dude like any of us. Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. The man who turns sensitivity into charm.
Right.
Yeah. This man could just look at a girl and make them melt. No, he's got to solve crimes and crash cars. Let's go ahead and take a look at The Fall Guy. The trailer for The Fall Guy. We'll be back with our review.
The star of the movie.
Okay.
Tom Ryder
Is missing. We need you to find him.
Why me?
Okay, y'all don't know. Let me name one valet guy that look like that.
No.
I mean,
only if they're a heroin addict.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't care how bad you broke your back or what you did. You ain't got to be no valet guy. Find something.
He went to the lowest.
If you that good looking, you a valet guy, you just lazy. That's all it is. Right. Or as you say, you on drugs or something.
Yeah. That's the only way to explain that. Because if nothing else, you could be teaching at a dojo or coaching something.
Yeah.
Goddamn model or some shit.
Yeah. Or shit, if you a valet, you gonna last for one day before some woman set you up and be your sugar mama.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna have to work looking like that. I'll tell you that right now. Shit, somebody you take care of you.
Yeah,
and he's been there for a minute too.
Yeah, I know. They're going out of their way to try to make us feel sad for him. Yeah. And I'm like, can we stop? Please?
Somebody said, "Geez, Corey's jealous." What the f*** is jealous about what I just said? No. I'll give this man his credit right here.
Exactly.
Shit, I'm saying he ain't got to work. What I'm saying is, I'm not jealous, but I'm not buying this shit right here.
Right.
I don't care how much this is a movie right here. Try to make me buy Ryan Gosling as a valet driver with a bunch of Mexicans.
For more than a week.
I give him a day. For some 60-year-old fine ass woman be like, hey, get in the car.
Yeah, exactly. Bring my car around. Yeah. No, you get in too. I'll set you up, young man.
Just whether you're here or not. No offense.
I mean, some taken.
Oh my.
Now that's a trailer for it, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because about a third of that shit in that trailer is not in the movie.
Right. I was about to say, a lot of that's not in the movie.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Maybe more trailers should be like that. So nothing spoiled, because it's a completely different movie.
Goddamn false advertisement.
Yeah, because you're not. Hey, you don't want the movie spoiled for you. They did not.
Annabelle.
That's not the movie. At least some of it's not. So. I was telling Martin earlier, I did not realize until someone told me earlier this week that this is actually based on a TV show that I used to watch as a kid.
Oh, did you watch it? Because I remember it was on all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't think I ever watched a complete episode.
No, I watched this. It's based on I believe it came out in 1981, The Fall Guy. I watched it because my dad would watch it. Yes, when they talk about dad movies and dad TV, Fall Guy is the definition of dad TV.
Yeah.
Because I watched it with my dad. It had Lee Majors. Most people know him as the $6 Million Man.
Right.
And they even do a little homage to that in the movie. But this is a little different. This featured Lee Majors as a stuntman who his side hustle was
bounty hunting.
Was bounty hunting.
Yeah.
Because again, being a stuntman was a thankless, low-paying job.
Cause I'm the unknown stuntman that makes Eastwood look so fine.
Shit.
Plus, we weren't gonna have an hour full of stunts.
No,
he had to find another profession.
Yeah.
They want to have something driving the plot.
Yeah, every week they had to have him solving a crime. Like his job was so low paying that he had to be an unofficial private detective or bounty hunter as his side gig. This movie's a little different. It's taking that angle out of it. In fact, you know what's funny, because I was going to tell you this opening theme song for this show is about how being a stuntman is
how much it sucks.
It sucks. Like but you got to love it. Because he talks about, I get all the pretty girls on screen and make them look better. All the guys, I'm the guy they want to be, but nobody actually wants to be me. They want me to help them to look good. It's a whole thing.
I jump through fire and crash cars, and I watch, the person I'm doubling kiss the actual actress.
Yeah. I mean, so goddamn pissed, boy.
But apparently,
that's the job.
I'll be pissed. Stunt this kid shit.
Well, stunt dudes do it because they love it, man. That's the reason why. So, but they've taken the angle out where he is a bounty hunter. As I told you, now he's just, if you can believe, if you can believe that Ryan Gosling actually can be a washed up loser, then that's what he is. Which I think is what works for this right here, because this is when you see this. This is marketed as an action film. And it does have a lot of action in it. I mean, it's about a stuntman, but also if you heard from the description and you saw the trailer and whatnot, it's more of a mystery, but even more than that, it's for this movie being marketed as an action movie, it's actually kind of the opposite in a lot of places. It's a romantic comedy. Mm-hmm. And very, very big emphasis on the comedy. And it depends on listen, I'm telling you this because it depends on what you're looking for. Because I actually thought that the romantic comedy part of this worked for me.
That's the best part of the film.
Do you think it's the best part of the film?
The romantic comedy.
Well, and I actually was very entertained by the romantic comedy part of this. And the reason why is because Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, man, they got a lot of great chemistry together. And a lot of their chemistry together, at least for me, when I look at it, a lot of great chemistry comes from them because I think they got a lot of good comedic delivery with their lines when they're bouncing off each other. I thought that they worked very well together.
Okay.
Yeah, I see it. They're not making it look as good as you are. That's all. And I'm not trying to be, I'm just saying the facts. But you look good in everything. You look good in nothing, whatever.
No, he's very charming. He's like a Ryan Reynolds that doesn't try so hard.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
That's a great way of putting it. And the reason why they chose Ryan Gosling for this is because it's just not good chemistry. Ryan Gosling makes it cute. Okay, because he's still doing that sensitive thing, because they bicker like rom-com couples do, but man, he is so in love with this girl. And he's, he just supports her no matter how much she's pushing him away. He's like, you saw, like, I like your hat. He's always talking about, you got this. You're going to make this good. You're going to be this movie's going to be great. She's making a sci-fi movie called, what's that shit called?
Metal Storm.
Metal Storm. And he's like, Metal Storm is going to be awesome. And then he goes to, like, he tells her all this. And she just like, yeah, well, I didn't ask you to be here, so whatever. He's like, well, I know that, but I still got your back. And then he just goes to his car and cries.
And then she sees him crying.
Yeah, she sees him crying. And listen, Ryan Gosling he has that down. He makes looking stupid and being sensitive look cool because he's also doing a lot of self-deprecating humor in here. And they got, their charisma is so good. Shit, that was, if I was John Krasinski, I'd be like, what the
that's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, hey, I got two good chemistry right here.
Shit, I'll be waiting for her. If I was Ryan Gosling, John Krasinski, if I was John Krasinski, I'd be waiting at home with the lights out for her to come on. You ain't that good of a goddamn actor.
Like, shit, you don't kiss me like that.
Yeah. You good, but you ain't that goddamn good. I ain't never seen you do that with me. So did you.
It's just a movie. Oh, just a movie.
Yeah. Man, and let me tell you something.
Now.
Making fun of my accent. I was just a baby. Sit your British ass down. Let me talk to you real quick. Hey, listen, Ryan, if you want to be jealous of anybody, be jealous of Ryan Gosling, man. He knows what he's doing. But, also in this, it's very, very, very heavy on the comedy. I mean, you really don't know what you're getting into. This is almost like, I would say this is almost Deadpool level of action and comedy, but the movie's kind of family friendly.
Very.
Yeah, very family. Like there's hardly any death in here. There's hardly any blood.
Maybe it's, 2 deaths. 2 confirmed deaths.
But even those, like, they're not, there's nothing comedic. Gory, anything about it. They might be played up for comedy too. Imagine it's like Deadpool or John Wick, with a little more comedy and very family friendly, especially on the Deadpool level of comedy right here. Like there's parts in here where, my man is, and I'm telling you, this is not a big spoiler, but my man is on hallucinogenic drugs, and they do a running gag with a mythological creature. and they keep going. It's very cartoonish levels of comedy sometimes.
Very cartoonish.
And I don't know if that's going to bother people, but I'm going to pass this off to these guys. But let me tell you why it didn't bother me and why I also might take points off of the movie because of this. It's a blessing and a curse for this movie for me. David Leitch, who's a former stuntman.
Mm-hmm.
I think he directed Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
And he's done some other action things out there, man.
Bullet Train, Atomic Blonde.
Train, yeah. So he's a great action director, but I believe this is taking on more of a family-friendly tone because he really does want to pay respects to the stuntman, and he wants everybody to see these stuntmen. He wants everybody to he wants to finally say, I recognize you, and I want everybody to recognize you too, my brothers. And so with this, a lot of this has a lot of emphasis on stunts, not people getting shot up and not blood, not gore, not that kind of action. He wants the emphasis to be on stunts. He wants to thrill the audiences with those stunts. And I think it has great stunts. Like I said, even at the beginning of the movie, he said, this is a love letter to stuntman out there. Even at the end of the movie, I stayed longer than I thought I would because he's given a lot of behind the scenes looks at the stunts in the movie. The stuntman in the movie, and showing you even Ryan Gosling was doing some of his stunts.
I was happy to be the first actor to say I did none of my own stunts, but it was important that I do some of the stunts for authenticity in the film.
Then you did your stunts.
Oh, right.
Talking about...
Well, he ain't no Tom Cruise.
Yeah, no. And, David Leitch, he comes in and he makes those stunts. He tries to weave them into the middle of the story as much as possible. A lot of times that's cool because, a lot of this stuff would be like, it's almost meta. Like when he's talking about people being set on fire, there's a scene in the movie where they, he's worked into the story where somebody's getting set, on fire, so, I like they tried to weave it into the story. There's, I got some small criticism about that too, but what do y'all think about the movie so far?
Well, I do think that, Ryan Gosling is the main star here. And like even the chemistry between him and Emily Blunt, I think it works 90% because of him. I think she's okay. It would probably work better for me if they weren't doing the thing where, the romantic comedy thing where they're just not having conversations. It's like, okay, if either you were to actually talk to each other, we can resolve a lot of this. Yeah. And so much of the movie is well, I'm not telling you what you need to know so we can make all this go away and get it worked out. Yeah. You're so right about it being a screwball comedy. I mean, it starts out as, yes, a comedy, a romantic comedy, and then it just becomes like pretty silly, like a cartoon, as it goes on. But, Ryan Gosling keeps it moving.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think, man?
Shoot, this movie gave me so much amount of appreciation for stuntmen, like in real life. It's like, damn, you have all these big ass actors, but no one cares about the stuntmen. So like actually watching this gave me a whole nother level of appreciation for them. Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt, their chemistry just worked on levels. I think it's what really carried the movie. Also, what I thought was really done well in this movie was the camera work. Because there's a lot of really good camera work integrated with the action scenes in there too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, man. And a lot of, like I said, a lot of this is practical. They don't do a whole lot of CG stuff because they're putting emphasis on those stunts being real. So, and it's really cool to watch all that, man. It's not just passive spectacle like they do with some movies. It's actually kind of creatively integrated into what they're, the story that they're telling here. Hence this being a story of a stuntman. I really enjoyed this for what they were doing here with that idea of paying respects to the stunt people. There's there's also some small criticism I might have about that. Did you leave something on downstairs, Denise?
Something on?
Did you put, what is that? What did you leave on down there? You don't hear that? Oh, that's Shopify. Never mind. Oh, people.
I didn't think he had one.
Listen, they got to keep in your toes, man. Look, I got a few stunts I pulled too.
He got us.
Listen. What's harder than being a stuntman? Being an entrepreneur.
It worked. I said it worked because he went to the niece. That's why it worked.
Hey, she's my stunt woman over here. But people, what is? Yes, you were. Look at that. You did good job. You just roll with it. What is harder than being a stuntman? Being an entrepreneur. But thankfully, it's a more thankful job, more rewarding. Well, I don't know. I can't say that because the stuntmen love what they do, but entrepreneurs love what they do too. And a lot of them love what they do because they have the help of something like Shopify. And Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the US. That is why people say this is the thing that you want to get into if you are going to start selling stuff online. They are behind millions of other entrepreneurs of every size in over 175 countries, or about 175 countries. Some of y'all say, I didn't even know we had that many countries on this planet. Well, we do, and there's a lot of entrepreneurs in them, and Shopify is there to help them with every stage of their business. As I said, people, I always like using this analogy. Whether you're selling a cheese or chihuahuas. What?
One of my products.
Thank you, Denise. Anyway, are you selling products on here?
No, but I got one for Pixie.
Okay.
In your fridge.
Okay. Does that have anything to do with Shopify? Maybe they sell muzzles on Shopify.
It's like, hey,
if anybody sells muzzles, let me know. That's one thing I would look for on Shopify right there. And people, whatever you're selling on there, I wonder if I can sell Denise on it. Package up and get out of there tonight. But whatever you're selling on Shopify, man, Shopify helps you all the way and helps you sell everywhere. As I said here, you have online support, great online support with them. And I think they got you covered 24/7. So you don't have to worry about being different time zones or whatever. They got you. And also, you can sell more now with less effort with Shopify Magic. What is that? That is their AI-powered system. Yes, they brought in the power of AI to help you out.
Finally.
There you go.
Like I said, they want to help you get started. You got to have some money to make some money, save some money to get some money going. And they're definitely going to help you with that. If you go to shopify.com/toasted, all lowercase, you can sign up for a $1 per month trial period. I want to thank everybody out there who supports us. And I want to thank Shopify for sponsoring this portion of the show. Now let's get back into it. Where was I? I was talking about the stunts and the stunt man here and everything and how they incorporated into the story. And I think they do well with that. Like I said, it's one of the things that had me watching the movie after it was done during the credits, because I usually don't watch bloopers and all that kind of stuff. But I was definitely watching that because they do it so well here. But also, I think that they have some really fun supporting performances here. So your biggest actor in the world. Oh,
biggest actor.
Yeah, the guy
you're talking about.
Yeah, the guy that they did know, the biggest actor in the world. What's his name in this? The one that's making the movie. Tom Ryder. There he is right there. Tom Ryder is played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, and he's just like you would think he would be in this movie, being the biggest actor in the world. He's such a dick, man.
Sure.
For no reason.
Well, only because everybody kisses his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the guys, and even they had to say, but damn, he's so good looking and so good. I hate this guy. But he's actually funny because he plays it like an arrogant, stuck up, A-list acting character that you would see probably in a cartoon or something.
Yeah, because he's not very smart.
No, not at all.
He's getting better though with his acting.
He's actually a really good actor.
He's a great actor.
He's a chameleon. He can be a different character in everything he's in.
No, he's at Aaron Taylor Johnson is a great actor. He's one of the best ones out there, which is why they're considering him for James Bond. I almost don't want him to play James Bond because I don't want him to have to like be James Bond and then get stuck with that and then be angry.
Well, like I always say, he has a career already, so he doesn't have to be just locked into James Bond. But to me, where it's like, well, we might pick him for James Bond. It's like, you'd be lucky to get him for James Bond.
Yeah.
He's actually too good for that.
Yeah. I don't want him to end up bitter like your boy.
Who, Daniel Craig?
Daniel Craig.
Hey, man. It put him on the map. Everybody knows who he is. Now he's doing Glass Onion.
Yeah, go ahead.
He gonna be all right.
He was so tired of James Bond that he became a gay detective.
But a lot of these roles like that, James Bond and Batman, it's all great for your career at first, but after a while, you're like, well, shit, there's no real acting here.
No,
you see Ben Affleck shit. After he was doing Batman, he went to The Way Back or some shit, the basketball movie.
Yeah. Batman messed with his mind so bad, got him out there slinging donuts now.
After Batman, the rehab. What are you talking about?
So he went to Jack in the Box. Man, I'll tell you who I like as a supporting role in here. She's coming up, man, and making a name for herself.
Oh, yeah.
Hannah Waddingham.
Yeah.
I ain't never
Have
seen her.
you probably have and don't know it. So did you watch Game of Thrones?
Nope.
Okay, did you watch what's that
Ted
thing?
Lasso.
Did you watch every Ted Lasso?
Nope.
I'm like, why are you asking
You
that?
know his answer was no to both.
Did you see this movie?
That's what I said. I think it's like my first time seeing her.
Yeah, she plays a character, a nun character that everybody talk. Oh, she's the Shame.
Ringing the bell.
Shame ringing the bell. You heard
what
that?
movie?
Oh.
No, okay, never mind. Anyway, she was the Shame woman right there.
Yeah, the Shame nun.
And then she was Ted Lasso's boss. Mm-hmm. And in both those, kind of serious characters, she, especially for Ted Lasso, she's the straight man for Ted Lasso, a straight woman.
Yeah, I suppose so.
For the most part, but she is playing it up right here, man. Yeah. She's this is probably her most comedic role. Yeah. And she is having so much fun with it, man. And she's having so much fun. I have fun watching her. She's just, she's again, a arrogant, pushy producer, So I think that this is something, if this movie does well, you're gonna be seeing more of her. Your man from
Winston
Black
Duke?
Panther? Yeah, Winston Duke. Yeah. He's like one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, I wish we could see more of him, man. He's Winston Duke. Let me see.
He done so much stuff.
Yeah, where is old Winston Duke? There he is. Where damn, I can't ever. Where are you, old Winston? There, look at it. Give me 5, brother. Give me 5. Yeah, Winston Duke from Get Out, man. He's not Get Out.
Get Out. What?
Us. They got too many black movies with one title. He was in Hey. Nah, he was in Us, and then he was of course he was in Black Panther. Kind of plays the typical black friend.
The black best friend.
The black best friend, the black sidekick friend.
The magical Negro, as it were.
I hate to say kind of. Yeah.
Comes in at the right time with the best advice.
Yeah. He's great in here. I'm going to tell you who my favorite though is as a supporting actor in this movie. Oh, Jean-Claude, boy. Jean-Claude the dog, man.
There you go.
I knew it.
That dog, man, that dog held it down, man. That dog did way more than I thought. That dog is one of the video game dog characters where he's always, when you go on these missions, he's always your side character that you send in to attack.
Yeah. The dog that speaks perfect English.
Right. That was the most trained dog.
French, I was going to say, come on now.
That was the most trained dog I've ever seen.
Hey, he's a stunt dog, man. We got to give him credit too. Come on now. Jean-Claude, boy. Attack. That dog held it down, man. I love him.
Tell him to do he was doing. I was like, shit. You just met these people.
Yeah. And you know what? And what am I talking about? Winston Duke. I got a whole clip of him here. Man, I hate that he has to be like that typical sidekick character because Winston Duke is so good. He works good as an action person. He works good as an actor. He works good as a comedic guy. Winston Duke should really be doing more. But you know what? In this movie, hopefully, again, if this movie's good, he'll get more attention for that because he really is good in here.
I'm gonna be sick. You got this. You're the one.
Why you gotta say that? Why you gotta say that?
You've done this a million times.
And so have you. You just jinxed it.
Get in the car.
I'll kill you. Yeah, man, they do work good together.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Gosling is one of those dudes where he just has great chemistry with anybody.
With everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and in a way, this is also, if you're going to say that this is more family friendly, it's more family friendly also because it feels like a lighter version of, this is called The Fall Guy. What was the movie he did with Russell Crowe?
The Nice Guys.
This kind of feels like The Nice Guys also in certain parts.
Yeah, to some degree.
Because he kind of feels like an extension of that character in The Nice Guys.
Well, his character in The Nice Guys, besides being a complete alcoholic, was incompetent.
Yeah.
But this guy, he knows what he's doing.
He does. It's just Ryan Gosling can hold it down, but he's the reluctant hero. He's being put in a lot of situations where he's like he's Jackie Chan,
and you got a murder mystery going on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it makes sense that this is probably more family friendly because it's based on a 1981 show that was on network television at the time. You know, and that show was something that you could watch with your dad like I did when I was a little kid. As far as the stunts go, though, so I was given his praise for working the stunts into the story, and I think that they integrated well. The only thing that I would probably criticize it for, and I'm not going to even criticize that much because, again, as we've all established here, it's a screwball comedy. It's a very cartoonish kind of movie. There's such emphasis on the stunts that they don't really start making sense with the story a whole lot of times.
None of them made sense.
No, they tearing up the city, ain't no cops around. They're in Australia, by the way, so I don't know how y'all do. Maybe I'll let people you let people just tear up the city all you want to. But yeah, there's no cops around. Nobody's out there stopping this and looking at anything.
They're not in the outback. They're in Sydney. It's a major city.
Yeah. So they take away from the story sometimes, and there's a lot of emphasis on the comedy, and there's a lot of emphasis on the stunts here to where the story just kind of disappears for a little bit because they just want to have fun. Yeah. Now, if you're in there looking for a story, maybe that's a bad thing for you. I just went along with it because it's such a goofy comedy that I was like, all right, nobody's really trying to make a lot of sense here. This is supposed to be something where we're giving a whole lot of tribute to stuntman out there, and we just want to have fun doing stunts. So I would say, yeah, movie's not perfect, has its small faults for me, but I did have a good time. What did you guys feel?
What was I going to say? Yeah. You can't go in looking for story, and I'm not looking for any kind of deep story, but I was looking for some. just some. And I was like, all right. I wish I liked this even half as much as you guys did. And I went in wanting to have fun with it. And I think Ryan Gosling really carries it. And you're right, all the supporting actors, I don't have a problem with the actors. But everything about it, between the romantic comedy part, the murder mystery part, the action part, the comedy itself, even the stunts, it all felt kind of light and sort of half-assed to me. It could never sustain being fun. Like, being a screwball comedy is fine, but usually there's a level of fun that like, or at least like humor that keeps it driving. And I didn't feel like it was driving. I felt like it could work at times. It's kind of staccato with Ryan Gosling always, but so many other things were going on. And it's like, some of this just feels random. It's a movie. If you're having a good time with it, I don't begrudge you. But it, despite how much I wanted it to, after a while, it stopped working for me.
What'd you give it?
I would give it a low rental.
Okay. What'd you say?
That was low. Look, I didn't know what I was getting myself into before I watched it. And if you guys know me, I'm story first. This story is not stronger. Like you said, very, very predictable. There's a plot to it that you just see. You just see it coming.
Exactly.
But I'll tell you what did work for me. The over-the-top action I thought was done phenomenally. The camera work, like I said earlier, is really what helped me engage in this movie. The biggest thing was I was just bummed that I just how the story just played out. I was just like, wow. It's just like I like the camera, I like the action, all this, but there's no good story here. Maybe them thinking maybe no one's coming in here for the story.
Yeah, I don't think that was a priority of theirs.
Yeah, maybe. And then once I kind of figured that out, I just kind of just started going with it. And I just started having fun, man. There's a lot of thriller in here, a lot of great action. Look, I had a blast watching it. I wish it was better, but I still had a lot of fun. I'll give it a matinee.
Yeah, I'm kind of there with you. I really did. Yeah, I think I enjoyed the second half better because I think once they did start doing the stunts, that's when of course the movie picks up with more action right there. But I was never not into Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt. I was never not into their characters, and the movie just got better to me as it went along. I guess the reason why I can actually let it slide on the story is because, like you said, the chemistry between Ryan Gosling and everybody is good. Ryan Gosling is just good.
Yeah, he's good at everything.
I did laugh at a lot of this. They did. I mean, as predictable as the story might be, they did some really unpredictable setups with jokes that I didn't see coming. I wish I could tell you some of them, but they did. Some of them took me by surprise, and I gave it credit for that. And I laughed. And yeah, and I agree with you, Martin. That's probably no big big set stunt piece that's going to be highly memorable here. No, it's not going to be
Fast and Furious.
The Fast and Furious. It's not going to be the car chase from Bullet or something like that. This is going to be stuff that you've seen, but they do. I don't think they're trying to set up a classic stunt scene or action scene. I think they just said, we just want to go out here and make a movie that's kind of about the industry, but really about the stunt man. And we just want to showcase their talents. We want to make sure that people recognize there is somebody out there doing it to make these stars look very good. But we also want to have a fun ride with it too. Story could have been better. But overall, I would give this a high matinee. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I mean, I laughed. I was thrilled. I was along for the ride the whole time. I'm a dog person. They had a dog in there.
Matinee off rip.
Yeah, that dog alone. I give it a matinee just for that. So yeah, I thought it was fun. But hey, there you go.
This movie was a crowd pleaser though, boy.
No, it sure was.
Everybody was in there just fucking yelling in the theater.
Yeah, well, they got in for free.
Yeah, you can never count that.
I never trust a press screening. I never trust the audience. They just happy to be there. They just happy to be there. But they were having fun. I was having fun with them. So yeah,
I guess Martin wasn't though.
No. Fuck that dog.
My buddy was sitting next to me. He kept turning around and giving him the stare, and I wanted to tell him like, man, you're going to hurt your neck doing that. And he just finally got up and moved to a different seat.
Yeah, that's what I do now. I don't get mad. I just move to another seat.
In fact, I never saw him again. He might have just went home.
When I got up from a movie, everybody thought I went home. Man, somebody was talking loud behind me, and we had a friend named Renee. She's been on the show sometime. Renee shut that shit down quick.
She will do that.
Because that dude, and I'm like, I don't blame him at all, because that dude, she says, please, can you stop doing commentary? Thank you. And he was doing straight up commentary. Some people might say something loud like, oh man, I knew it. Man, you see what happened to him right there? Oh girl, I know you didn't get talked to like that. Sometimes people say a comment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, the guy started narrating or something. I was like, yeah, man, you see the thing that goes on with that is that actually is a stunt that Ryan Gosling's doing right there. And I'm like, are you just really? You just gonna sit up here and just start talking?
Uh-huh.
You see, the thing is that I was like, wow, man, you are bold. Yeah, Renee turned around real quick and said, well, you shut the fuck up. Yeah, he was, I mean, I looked over and he was just talking to his friend like they were at home on the couch.
Yeah. You're not at home. You don't see any rats or roaches running around here, do you?
Now, when people start talking that long, at least they're whispering.
Right.
You see, that's actually Ryan Gosling right there doing that part, and now and that part right there. That's a stunt. But he was talking in his outside voice.
Yeah.
You see right there. Now that's it. I'm like, whoa, shit. I mean, when you're in that, listen, when you're in a theater. Normal talking is actually, it sounds like you're talking like this. It gets amplified.
Yeah, you already loud. Yeah,
especially when everybody's being quiet.
Right.
Yeah. Boy, just somebody said no manners. No, just ignorant. Just stupid.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
That's why I even hate shooting popcorn in there. I feel like it's fucking loud.
Well, that's the thing when somebody brings in a snack like popcorn. Popcorn sounds like it's gonna be crunchy, but it's really kind of not. But when they bring any other kind of snack, especially something in a plastic bag they gotta open. or you're constantly reaching in, you're like, man, you smuggled that shit.
Yeah.
In here. I'll tell the usher on you. Or when they're trying to open it slowly, but it's making more noise. You're like, open it!
Yeah, that'd be me. I ain't gonna lie, that's me.
No, I'm sorry, I wasn't looking over there, but I was talking to you.
I ain't done it in a while. But
It's been a while.
It used to be me. That was me last year.
Somebody said you still smuggle meals, Corey, every now and then. I haven't done it in a while, but
You
every
ain't done
now
that
and
in a
then.
minute.
Yeah, I haven't done it, but you know, if I have to,
I'll say this: those meals you smuggled in, you kept them quiet.
I sure did. I sure did. Well, you made it to the end of the video. That must mean you really like what we do. So if you do, check out these other videos just like this one. Check out our other YouTube channels and subscribe to join our wonderful Toasty community. And as always, stay toasty.